Thanks for tuning into this special edition of the American Huddle. We're previewing bowl games here at the American. I'm Haley Outen alongside Andy Gresh. And this bowl preview, I think, is a little bit extra exciting because we're taking you to a tropical place today. We are previewing the Hawai'i Bowl as the Houston Cougars gear up to take on Fresno State.
Okay, it's exciting for the players.
Yeah, we're not going.
But for us, it's a bummer because our pleas in the final American Huddle were not heard, and no, we will not be going to see the Hawai'i Bowl unless we watch it on TV and dream of 80-degree temperatures.
Well, we'll probably be sitting here in the snow taking in this game up here in New England. But
you're exactly right.
But let's get to this matchup because we have two first-year head coaches that have led their programs. Both programs have had really good seasons. Fresno State, an exceptional year, though, Andy. They took a pretty big turnaround, 1-11 to 9-4 under their first-year head coach, Jeff Tedford. But what is, I think, your first impression when you heard that this was going to be the matchup in the Hawai'i Bowl?
Well, the first thing I thought of was that we may see some points in this game after I got over the fact that we're not going. But what you have here are two coaches that are at different points in their coaching lives. Jeff Tedford, a great run at Cal, comes to Fresno State, turns that program around right away. Whereas Major Applewhite, first chance to be a head coach in major college football. He took over for Tom Herman, who of course laid great groundwork at Houston, and they had a solid year under his tutelage. And I think we've got two guys that clearly have a lot of gas in the tank. We know with Major Applewhite there's going to be more to come, but Jeff Tedford has got Fresno State believing that they get this win. That's number 10. I know we kind of talked about it with USF, but for Fresno, that's a very big deal for them, and that is going to be the motivation. It almost doesn't matter who the opponent is. It's we want to find a way to get to 10 wins.
Well, for this Houston team, it's a good thing they've kind of settled in with the quarterback. We've seen three guys at that role this year, but it seems like D'Eriq King has really taken the reins, and he's provided some really exciting, explosive plays on offense.
Yeah, I mean, when you look at the issues they've had at that spot, Kyle Postma turned it over a lot. D'Eriq King has turned into the big play guy. I mean, how many times have we sat here doing the American Huddle this season, Haley, when we talk about D'Eriq King, it's a 60-yard run or a 70-yard pass play or him running around in the pocket and finding a way to make plays because of his athleticism. And here you go for big plays, right? Completed nearly 1 of every 5 passes for 20 yards or more has D'Eriq King. Although he has taken some sacks at a higher rate, he's making big plays down the field. And to me, when I think of the Houston offense really under Tom Herman and what I think they want to be under Major Applewhite, it's those ability to make those big field-flipping plays. That's going to be a big part of their game plan against Fresno.
Well, he picked up his signature win, D'Eriq King, that is, against USF this year. So we'll see what the Houston offense can bring to the table. But let's talk about the defense for both of these sides. So the Bulldogs actually led the Mountain West in scoring defense in points per game. But Houston, on the other hand, has a name that we've spent a lot of time mentioning this year, the Outland Trophy winner, Ed Oliver. He's had a great season, and he has a great future.
Oh, look, get ready to watch Ed Oliver in the bowl game and then next year, because at that point, then he's going to the NFL. I mean, in all seriousness, there's nothing left for Ed Oliver to prove. He is one of the most destructive forces in college football. You can line him up as a 3 technique over a guard. You can put him on the nose. It doesn't matter where you put Ed Oliver, but if you're Fresno State, you better identify where he is. And look, if you have one guy on your offensive line that is a little weak or can't deal with, a certain kind of rusher, or he's got, feet get a little heavy when it comes to pass protection or something like that, Ed Oliver's going to chew him up, spit him out, because he is an elite level pro prospect. We're all lucky we get to watch this guy another year play in the American Athletic Conference, but I'm sure Jeff Tedford's going to hammer all week. Find the big boy who's got the trophies in the single digit, and let's make sure we take care of him.
Well, the secondary on both of these teams are going to have their hands full as well because they have to deal with a pretty good go-to wide receiver on each side, right, Andy?
Well, I mean, you look at Houston, their senior Lionel Bonner, who really had a really nice year. You look at him on 3rd down, he's got a really high catch rate. And then for Fresno State, Keyshawn Johnson is their leading receiver, catch rate of about 60%. Although not as big on 3rd down, however, he can make those field flipping type plays. So whether it's, and Stephen Dunbar as well for Houston, He's a guy who saw more work than anybody in FBS football. So at the end of the day, Houston's got some guys they're going to roll out there. We know Fresno has a wide receiver or two, and Fresno's going to go about it the old-fashioned way too, Haley. They're going to try to line up, eat clock, and beat them up. And it'll be interesting to see how Houston responds. Here's the only thing that I worry about for the players is that when it comes time for kickoff, they can crank it up. Because you're standing in a stadium where it's 50,000 and it's 85 degrees and you smell that breeze coming in off the ocean and you're looking around and going, yeah, I'm in a bowl game, but I really got to crank it up for 3 hours and play. I want to go have another non-alcoholic drink on the beach and kind of chill out.
Yeah, can't take in too much sun leading into this game.
No, you
probably
can't.
Going to be a hot one, a warm one in beautiful Hawaii.
But the pig roast for crying out loud. They have the giant luau's. Awesome.
Luau's. Well, we won't be attending. We hope that many of you are. And if you're not, you can sit and watch at home with the rest of us. Kickoff is set for December 24th. That's right, Christmas Eve, an 8:30 p.m. Eastern kick on ESPN.